Getting over the fear of being on camera has been one of the toughest challenges that I've faced over the past 2 to 3 years while doing YouTube. However, recently I did a 30-day challenge of camera confidence that basically got rid of that fear completely. It starts with the challenge and what the rules are for the challenge. So in order to do the challenge, you basically have to start filming yourself. Whatever camera, doesn't matter, composition doesn't matter, and you are not allowed to cut at all. You just have to keep going, keep talking, no matter what's around you. If there's a crying baby, that's fine, you just keep going. And after that, you post it and watch it back on your own and give yourself feedback. If it doesn't work out, well, if you don't like it, then you know what to do next in terms of how to fix it. And you sort of also get rid of that feeling of just feeling bad of seeing yourself on camera. And eventually it just fades. Before we get into how I performed in the challenge, let's talk about my starting point, because I feel like everyone has a different starting point. And for me, I've done YouTube for quite a long time now. And my beginning of YouTube started off with animation videos. So I had a lot of time to get used to like hearing my own voice, just doing a lot of voiceovers, and putting them with whiteboard animations. And I did that for about 2 years until I finally decided, let's make one where we're in front of the camera. And that was actually one of my more popular videos, the one where I drank 3 liters of water every single day for 30 days. And when I actually put myself on camera, I felt so shy about it. Like I felt so, like there was a stinging feeling inside of me. So I'm guessing this is a reaction from me exerting quite a lot of mental energy. Compare me back then for that video and me now, it's completely different. But I also want to make a comparison to me when I was starting the challenge and me now. It's basically been about like over 60 days at this point. I just like calling these things 30-day challenges, but I've been doing videos like these where I talk to the camera, don't cut at all, and then post them online onto YouTube on my second channel. And I've been having a lot of fun with it, honestly. Like, probably the #1 biggest difference is me realizing that I really love doing this. And it's because I just like talking, for one, and #2, like I hate editing. So the fact that I get to like remove that aspect of it and just do the thing I like allows me to, it's a freeing feeling basically. And no matter how much I mess up, I still just post it. Like it doesn't matter unless like for some reason I have to cut for the camera, then I have no choice but to go into editing program and stitch it together. But even then it's not that much work. But for me, doing this now, I'm able to just like continuously talk and mess up a whole lot, but still continue to talk. Just keep going, no matter how many mess ups I make, no matter how weird I feel in terms of like, oh, what did I just say? Or like, I went on a tangent and I need to like get back on track. But it taught me that it's okay. It's like, that's kind of more authentic. That's kind of like more of how I would talk naturally if I were talking to like a friend, for instance. And that's my preferred way of talking, to be honest. Not like this like weird YouTube voice or like performance that I'm always giving while I'm on video. I don't mind doing it sometimes. I actually find it kind of fun. But doing it all the time, like every day, I don't think, it feels a little unnatural, to be honest. So being able to do this really unlocked something in me that felt great, honestly. It wasn't just camera confidence, it was camera confidence, like giving me the ability to just talk to the camera and not really worry and feel natural and feel like the camera's my friend. But it also helped me realize how much I enjoy doing it, and just not worrying about like how I come across. Like I've watched myself so many times during the challenge, like just looking at my own video, listening to what I say, looking at my appearance and all that stuff, and I got desensitized to it. Like there are some videos where my hair looks like crap. There are some videos where I feel like what I said was dumb, or like the way I said it wasn't great. But that's me. It's me during that video. It's me during that time, whenever that video was. It's a timestamp on my life, and I like capturing it. It's really fun for me. And it's also made my left arm slightly stronger, just because if I use my right hand, it kind of blocks the camera. I don't know, it's just more comfortable in my left hand. So that's like a side effect that's kind of just a fun fact, I guess. Like your left arm will get stronger, or if you're doing what I'm doing, basically, which is walking around and holding a camera. But I do feel like it's kind of the best way to do it because you don't always have to maintain eye contact and it's like you're walking with a friend. I much prefer that over just having a static view and then you're just staring at the camera all the time. Like, it's more fun that way. Try it. Like, don't worry. I'm just using my iPhone also. Like, I don't use my big camera, my Sony a7 IV for this. It's just a hassle. So I've dropped a lot of the perfectionist tendencies. And if my arm gets tired, I also just do this because it is quite a nice view. So that is my performance. That's what I've been doing for the past 60 days of trying to master camera confidence. I just talk in front of the camera. I've gotten so used to it. It's just frequency, guys. It's like, just do it a lot and you will get better at it, like no matter what. The feedback is also pretty important, like watching yourself back and getting over that stinging feeling, that fear of seeing yourself, because it is you know? And at a certain point, like, when you do it more and more and more, you start accepting yourself, the way you look, all that stuff, a whole lot more. It's like you're facing reality and you're like just adapting to what reality is instead of what you think reality is. And that, to me, it's been a journey. It's been a journey. But I realized there was a guy, well, I've been telling a lot of people in Tokyo, you know, that I do YouTube and stuff like that. And I mentioned this challenge. And a lot of people are like, they're used to the idea of like, okay, if you're gonna film yourself, if you're gonna listen back or you look back on yourself, you know, like, oh, I don't wanna watch it, I don't wanna watch it, blah, blah, blah. But I actually don't mind watching my videos. I don't mind watching myself, especially these videos. Like, I feel totally fine with it. And they made the comment that, you know, you probably have a lot of self-love. And I think it's true. I think that recently, at least, recently in the past, like 2-3 months, I've been doing all these 30-day challenges and I've been feeling good about myself, feeling good about life, feeling good about my progress with a whole bunch of things. And I think that helps. That should be mentioned because it's part of the process. It's part of, like, it's an external thing, but it's also part of the camera confidence thing. Is if you have your own life, like, stable, or if you have your own life where you're proud of yourself, you're doing things that you want to, and you're happy with that, it helps with, you know, looking back on what you're saying, and helps with self-love in general, and it makes being confident on camera easier for sure. And the biggest tip that I can give in terms of doing this challenge is to just follow every single step. So for 30 days, actually record yourself, don't cut, post it, and review it. If you can do that every single day for 30 days, or however much time actually, like honestly, do it for a week, you'll probably feel like you've improved, at least with the comfortability of being on camera and the comfortability of just seeing yourself and watching yourself on video. And another thing, obviously for mindset, like I'm gonna talk more about this in the next video, is to just let go of perfectionism, because I think one of the biggest things holding me back, at least for this channel, especially on YouTube, is perfectionism, like trying to always make everything look super good, make everything sound super good, and like letting that be in the way of posting, letting that be in the way of growing. That's my next video. But also, to close this video off, if you do want to make yourself like look good on camera, at least like understand how you can make yourself look better on camera with composition, what camera to use, what audio to use, what mic and stuff, I have a Skillshare class about that, which is basically how to film a talking head video. And I'll leave a link down below for you guys to check it out. It's very different from this. It's definitely a bit more on the side of like, oh, I do want to have a better look, and I'm focusing on building up that skill in particular versus being confident on camera. Although I do include like a small lesson about confidence on camera in that class, I believe. But again, me back then compared to me now, it's completely different, honestly. So check it out if you want, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. Gonna be making a lot more videos from here on. Peace. I don't always perform well. I really don't. I mess up a whole lot, but I give myself forgiveness. It's like I no longer really care about it. I feel more comfortable. I'm more natural because I'm forced to do it this way. I don't have to make it perfect. And that's the whole, I guess, process of this, the whole like breakdown of what this challenge is all about, is showing your imperfections, showing that you're human and you're gonna make mistakes, you're gonna say the wrong things, you're gonna go off on tangents, but at the very least, it's still authentic, it's still you trying to express that point that you're trying to make. And I think, at least for me, as long as I get to express that point, that is like the #1 thing that I want to do for my videos, is express that point. And if I can do it, I'm happy. Even if I messed up a whole lot, even if it's a messy video, it's still me expressing that point. And at the end of the day, that's what I want.